Oh my goodness, you guys, good morning. Welcome to our Tell the World Nations Zoom call. Wow, if you guys were on Debbie Neal's call this morning, you probably are amped up times 1,000. I definitely am. If you were not, you need to immediately check out the SoundCloud. We will make sure it's on our team page or in our team little chat group immediately as fast as we can. But today is going to be super exciting. So it is December 1st, brand new month. Congratulations to all of you guys who went into qualification for district. There's a ton of you. Oh my gosh, yay. Everyone who finished district, everyone who went and qual for area, everyone who finished area. I'm so excited for all of you. And this month is going to be that times 1,000. So cannot wait to celebrate you guys at our local meeting this Tuesday. There's 3 people who are getting their bend. So if you happen to live within 3 hours of San Diego, get you and your guests there. If you do not live in San Diego and you want to still Zoom in, and you live out of state, we're okay with that, you guys, because seeing 3 people get Benzes is pretty crazy. So I love that. But make sure your sponsor and mentor tells you what meeting is local to you so you can have somewhere to plug your team into, because that's very, very important, that community and that social interaction with other leaders. Whoa, you guys. Okay, it's been a morning. And when I say that, it's been an amazing morning. So if you have already seen, Arbonne has announced the new trip. Okay, we are going to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Wow. Okay, you guys, I have been there. So this is what's crazy. I'm like so overwhelmed with so much excitement and gratitude and joy, because that was my very first trip. I have goosebumps literally everywhere, and I was crying this morning thinking about it. I went to the very first trip in Arbonne in my business as a brand new area manager. I started my business November 4th. So literally 3 weeks ago, if you guys want a timestamp right now. And December 1st, I decided I was going to go on the trip and use double points. We have double points in this month, you guys. I'm not going to go over a ton of the trip stuff because we have a special guest that's going to break it all down. But I got the trip and I went as a brand new area manager. And you guys, the location, the venue, it has the most beautiful spa I've ever seen in the world. The most coolest stuff for kids. Like I don't want to steal it from Casie, but you have to be there. You absolutely have to be there. So we have some awesome stuff going on. I'm really freaking out. I'm freaking out because too, I went there not thinking like, I was like, I'm just an area manager, like brand new. I wasn't even maintaining area, you guys. Oh my gosh. And I would meet NVPs and I was like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. And I don't know if we'll ever be cool enough. I was pregnant with Quinn. I will be going back as a national vice president, probably an executive national vice president with both of my girls. It will be a trip that Quinn gets to go on. I have been to Punta Cana with Quinn in my belly, and I will go to Punta Cana with Quinn outside my belly as a 6-year-old and with all of you. So amazing that my very first trip was my first one by myself. I didn't know anyone. And this trip this year will be with our amazing, beautiful team and all of our friends and family and kiddos. So, okay, enough said with that, because I want Casie to share all the good stuff with you. But here we go. Get your pen and paper. Number 1, get to the meeting. Number 2, okay, we're having an incentive for sponsoring consultants. Write this down. If in December, the very first 2 weeks of December, you sponsor 4 direct consultants with a minimum of 250 QV between now and December 15th, you get a special, only our team, only this month, water bottle that will have AIT Punta Cana on it. And so it's a very special water bottle that you and your team can earn too. So any of your consultants that join now, they can do this too. So 1st through the 15th, you sponsor 4, direct to you, water bottle done, okay? If you maybe don't hit the 4 in the first 2 weeks, but you sponsor 6 over the entire month, over all of December, you will still earn the water bottle. But if you were on Debbie Neal's talk, she said sponsor the most people you can right now. Why? Because they can earn double points for the entire month too. So if you're smart in terms of strategy, get on it today, talking to people about joining your team. You want to have as many of them sponsor direct to you in the first 2 weeks as possible. Okay, you got 4 in the first 2 weeks. If you hit 6 in the whole month equivalent, you will still get the water bottle. But if you do 4 in the first 2 weeks and you have 6 by the end of the month, you will also earn a fun, super awesome incentive, like a happy hour with me, and all of your new consultants get to come too. So that's what's really cool. You're gonna be able to spit lots of visions for you and your entire building, soon to be region and nation. All right, friends. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and shift it straight on over to Sarah because we're just talking about the sponsoring incentive, and now Sarah's gonna be talking about the nutrition awesomeness that you can offer to your peeps this month. Okay, go for it, Miss Sarah.
Thank you so much, Christy. Oh my gosh, that sponsoring incentive is so fun, you guys. We all need to be at the exclusive little happy hour event that Christy's going to host. That's going to be so fun. Okay, so December, what an amazing month for Arbonne to launch the trip for us, because this is like one of our biggest months, right, with nutrition. And we know people do nutrition all year long, but with the new year, people are literally looking for a program, so why not ours, right? So what we need to be focusing on today and every single day through the end of the month is planting those seeds and asking people about the nutrition group. Because they are looking for a group or they are looking for something for nutrition, they might not even be thinking that they're looking for it on December 1st, but we know that towards the end of the year, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to do something, right? So we want to be the first people in their ear. You want to be the first person to be like, hey girl, not sure if you're going to be looking for something from the new year, but you should totally do this with me, blah, 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 right? We are going to have a $500 cash prize for the winner of the 30 Days to Healthy Living, and it's based on body fat percentage. So what that means is that it's fair for everyone. We won't worry about the details of all that right now, but just so you know, that's an exciting way of getting people in our group. Remember, if you're planting seeds now, in the first weeks of December before Christmas, you might get people that are gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm buying Christmas presents, I can't do it right now. Don't get deflated. Realize that you are planting seeds. Not everyone is going to pop off instantly, but they will at some point, right? It's like that popcorn in the popcorn maker. It starts one at a time and then it starts exploding, just like your business is going to do when you sponsor. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm also going to share with you, actually, before I do that, I'm going to tell you about what we're having as a special incentive for every single person, from wholesale consultants to preferred clients to new clients. So what we are doing in the month of December is if they find 3 people to do the 30-day, they get a $425 Arbonne gift card for $100. That's Host Rewards, you guys. So we're putting 3 events and a party. Again, I won't go into the details of that. We'll put that on the page. And we're going to have an image too. But you want to tell your people to find 3 and they get $425 worth for $100. So they can use that to buy their own 30-day kit, or they can just, pick and choose whatever Arbonne they want, basically, right? It's a shopping spree from Arbonne. Now, that is straight Host Rewards. You are not having to do anything special, give away anything special in your business. You don't lose commissions. We're signing everyone up new. And basically, you're making everyone referral making machines for you. So it's going to make your goal even easier to hit. This is an option for you if you choose to use. You could further incentivize your people to find 5 and they get their $425 gift card for free. Now, what that means is you would be paying the Host Rewards for them. But with 5 people doing the 30-day, if somebody found you 5 people, that is $240 in commissions. It's only $100 for the Host Rewards. So you're still making $140. And with us getting paid weekly, you could legit put all your orders in, wait till we get paid on Tuesday, and then process their Host Rewards order. So again, that's like the details. But so I want to share with you guys the tracker. I'm going to share my screen. Hang on one second. So we need to decide today, with the incentive for sponsoring and with the double points for the trip, with the nutrition going to be bananas, we need to decide today how many we're sponsoring. So every month we want to be sponsoring, we want to be focused on sponsoring 5 new consultants and 5 new PCs, right? But this month, you guys, with it being, with the sponsoring challenge being 6, make it 6 and 5. And honestly, with it being this month with nutrition, I would literally decide how you're going to up your game on how many PCs as well. Maybe you want to double it. Maybe you want to triple it, whatever it may be. My personal goal, this might sound crazy, but my personal goal is to sponsor 20, because why the heck not, right? Like there's so many people that are looking for this program. So hang on, I'm having trouble sharing my screen. Just one second. Because I want to show you where the tracker is online for the 30-day. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, so on our website, you guys, under our monthly business docs, at the bottom under trackers, you see the first one is 30-day, oh, I'm sorry, nutrition tracker 2018. So this is all broken down by QV. So what I would recommend you guys doing is printing this tracker off today and deciding how many you're going to sponsor. So there's 10, 15, and 20. I'm personally printing off 4 of these, and I'm going to keep track. I'm going to put names on each one. Anybody who tells me they're interested but they're not ready yet, I'm going to write their names down, and this is going to be my follow-up guide. And as soon as they place their order and get their kit in, then I can cross them off, okay? So that is available on our website. If you don't know how to get to our website, I know we have a lot of new on our call. Just talk to your upline and we'll get you all hooked up. So with that, I'm not going to spend too much time on that. We've got plenty of time for that, but you guys, so excited, so excited. So with that, I get to introduce Casie. I am so excited. I met her in Jamaica, my first AIT trip, which will be my first of many. Never missing one again. One of the things that blew me away while I was in Jamaica were 2 things. One, that there were people like me who had earned their trip for the first time, and they started out as consultants, and they were area managers, regional vice presidents, national vice presidents. So what is incredible about this trip is it's literally a launching pad for you promoting. But then the other thing that blew me away on this trip was how many people had earned this trip multiple times. And when Casie told me she had been in Arbonne for 13 years and earned this trip 11 times, I was like, wait, what? Like, what? So you guys, just like Christy has earned this trip 7 times. So there's so many people that, like, once you earn it, you just don't not earn it again. Casie is a mama of 4. Prior to Arbonne, she was a former social worker in the foster care system. So you guys, if a mama of 4 working full time can do this, anybody can. And I am not going to go into any more of her story because I want her to share with you. So with that, Casie, I'm passing the mic to you, girl.
Awesome. Thanks. So I have to pull out my festive sunglasses because AIT is like my love language. Like, I love it. So you all, it is go time. Like, I live for December 1. I love it. So, all right, now I'll take those off because they make it very dizzy. But hi, I'm Casie De Lessio, Regional Vice President here in Louisville, Kentucky. And I have to do a little correction. I might have typed it incorrectly to Sarah, but I wasn't working full time when I started Arbonne. So I'll give you a quick snippet of my story. I actually quit my job before I kind of knew what was going to come my way. I'm one of those kind of gals. I was like, I'll figure it out. I was a social worker all throughout my pregnancy. I was on call 24/7. I had a pager on my hip. And we realized this is not the life we wanted to live with a new baby. So I loved my job. I loved what I did. But once I had a new little one at home, I realized this isn't what I'm going to do for at least a little while. Then Arbonne came my way after my daughter was about 4 months old. And I thought, well, what the heck? I'm not making any money. I saw what was possible. I quickly saw that my upline was home with a 1, 3, and 5-year-old, and she was driving a Mercedes and making $8 to $10 grand a month. And I thought, teach me to do what you did. And I thought the freedom was the most attractive part. I did not want a Mercedes. I hated to travel. I didn't like airplanes. That's kind of what I told them. And so I think it's so funny as I sit here now that I remember have the thoughts of when I said yes to Arbonne, like, will I really get a paycheck? Will I really make back what I've invested? And then I fast forward now 13 years later, and we're like staying open with like toothpicks in our eyes to learn where we're going December 1 for our 11th free vacation. So, or 12th free vacation. So things have changed. I'm now, like Sarah said, I have 4 kiddos. I have a 13 and 11-year-old daughters and 8 and 4-year-old boys. And it has just been an absolute whirlwind. Time flies when you're having fun. And that is how I describe my last 13 years since I said Arbonne. And honestly, every December 1, every November 1, every October 1, every first of the month, I feel like I just said yes all over again. That excitement of this business is constantly just in my belly. Not because my business is always on a straight up. It's not. But you know what it is it is freedom and it is hope. And I have not been chained to an alarm clock or a 9 to 5 or just restricted. So I just say in 13 years, my because of Arbonne is freedom of choices. I now love to travel. I love that I go into the year and I plan like GTC and then this and then this and then there's these retreats and then there's this free trip. And so I just get so excited. And I love that I get friendships like Christy and Sarah, and I've met Ruth. And I've never met them in our hometowns, which is so cool. Like, I don't even know where they live. Like, and it's awesome because I always meet them in fun, exciting, awesome Arbonne places. So we're going to dive into the trip. I am going to, hopefully keep it short and sweet. I have slides. They're not edited and updated. So I will pass them on to Sarah and Christy afterwards. If you all choose to share them, you totally can. They just have last year's images on them, and they didn't get, with it being closed night, unfortunately, I didn't get to make the edits that I wanted to, but I'm going to be following along with them so that I share, my tips and why this trip is super important to me. So if you fall into the category of like, you hate traveling, you don't know how to pack, you feel like it's a cumbersome, or you're scared of flights or any of that stuff, I want you to listen up, because it's not just about you. If you're on the flip side of it and everything free vacation is just right up your alley, then I want you to press in, because this is crazy. Like, can you think back to 6 months ago? Like, yeah, like I feel like, wasn't it just yesterday? We're talking about 6 months, guys and gals, 6 months. Like, pregnancy's 10 months. Like, I mean, things are a lot. We commit to doing a lot of things for a lot longer. So we're talking about 6 months of focus. 6 months of focus for not your average vacation. This isn't the vacation that you plan, that you stress out about, that you have to put your money aside in an envelope or in a savings account and stress about how you're going to do it and work out all the details. And maybe I love Disney World. I love planning Disney World. But when we come home, I need another stinking vacation because it's exhausting. It's not that trip. This is a vacation. So there's two different kinds in the De Lessio household. There is a trip, and that's typically with kids and lots of little people and scurrying and tears on the way to the airport and, all that stuff. That's a trip. They're fun. We make lots of awesome memories. Then there's a vacation. A vacation is when Arbonne does all of the hard part for you. I mean, they pick you up from the airport. They hold little signs out with your name. I mean, every stinking detail. We've had breakfast delivered to our room. We've had our baths poured for us before we even get home at night. I mean, they wine and dine us. They take care of us. Like, it's just crazy. I've never been treated like such royalty in all of my life. And that's why when you earn it once, you go back no matter what, because even if you didn't decide to, your husband or your spouse or your, friends or your family members are going, where are you going next? Where are you going next? Like, I'm the mom that's seen in the carpool line and they're like, do you ever not get to go to these extravagant vacations? And I think it's so funny because people think I travel all the time and it's really just once a year. But I'm like, keep thinking that. They'll think that Arbonne pays me to travel all the time. So the first thing you want to write down, I get paid to earn free vacations. So I want that to sink in. Like, I get paid to earn free vacations. So like, it's kind of like I don't know if it's an oxymoron or not, but it sounds like it, or it's just crazy. Like, somebody's going to pay me to earn a free vacation. Then I want you to think about it, whether you write it down or not, you don't have to, but I want you to think that the outcome of working for 6 months in your business is a larger paycheck. So your paycheck's going to be growing in 6 months for doing what you're supposed to be doing anyway, because we all signed independent Arbonne consultant contracts that said we're going to grow an Arbonne business. So just doing what we're supposed to be doing anyway for 6 months consistently is the key word here. And then the outcome is a free vacation, but it's also a business that looks a little different or a lot different than what yours currently looks like today. So that's super exciting. I do have to just tell you that Punta Cana was amazing. The staff was incredible. I want to make sure you understand the kinds of these trips. All inclusive. I think in Jamaica we signed out, and I think it was like $60 was our tab for the entire week, and that's because we like upgraded to lobster tail or something silly, like crazy, like nuts. Like it's crazy. We took our kids to Atlantis one of the years in 2011. And we checked out our whole family. At the time, we only had 3 with 5 kids. And I think we went off resort and ate somewhere, and that was like all we spent the whole week because our kids were under the age of where we even had to pay for them in Atlantis. So just crazy trips, guys. You get to know the staff. They come up to you every day. They know you. They say your name most of the time. You give them $1 and they're like, they don't even want it. Like they're just constantly there to just serve you. So it's so exciting. Look up the resort, because what we're going to go into next is the visualization portion of it. There is a quote on my little slides here that I'm going to pull up and you all won't be able to see them, but I want to make sure I get it. And it's Robin Sharma. You will never be able to hit a target that you cannot see. Duh, like obvious. Like, so if you think about like throwing a dart, or if you've gone to like those axe throwing places, like clearly you couldn't hit the target if you were blindfolded. So that's exactly what this your trip strategy is going to be about. That means you've got to do everything that you would do as if you just left the travel agency and you just put down a $2,000 deposit on your trip. So what does that mean? That means that if you have a calendar, the dates are blocked off. That means you put images of Punta Cana Hard Rock on there. If you have a spouse that's going with you, he takes off work. My husband's already ready Monday morning to tell them the dates. You line up childcare if you're not taking the kiddos. If you're taking the kiddos, then you start getting the suitcases. You tell the kiddos they're going, because what better accountability partners than little ones that know they're going to Punta Cana. And if you're doing either one of those, they're both great. I've taken kids and I'm not taking kids, and they're both fabulous. They always pick resorts that are fabulous for both. You're going to have separate family orientated pools, like to where you're not going to feel like you're in a bad place, like where people are partying and your kids are. It's totally awesome. Like they always pick these fabulous resorts that if you go without children, you're not inconvenienced one bit. And if you go with kiddos, then you're going to have the time of your life as well, and awesome memories. So know that. So visualize it. Bring the family on board. Let them know. Let them know exactly what it's going to look like, what we're going to do. And, it has to be that concrete. But you want to know why? It's so you'll do whatever it takes to get there. It's so that consistency kicks in. I'm not going to tell you that you just go, yep, I paid my $30 and the trip just goes, like it just happens. I just get to come. It's not the way that it works. You have to decide today that this trip is so important for you to earn that you will do whatever it takes. And so the visualization portion is important. Do you want to waste a week's vacation and not be in Punta Cana? No, because you're going to be sitting in social media staring at our pictures while we're there, wishing you were with us. And then you're going to end up shoulda all over in your business. And you don't want to be doing that to your business. So you want to visualize it. Another thing that I want to let you know is that this trip is not only just so important for you. There's only 4 levels of management in Arbonne. So no matter what journey pace you're on, you're going to only promote 4 times. So what this business does is it reignites your audience, your team's audience, your family members that support you, your clients that support you. They feel engaged. They feel appreciated when they're helping you on a trip. People love to help people. And so this trip is something you get to do yearly. Like I can't promote to region and nation and district and area over and over and over again. So once you get to all 4, it's like there's no destination. You're still growing an Arbonne business. Like when you get to a title, whether you're going from consultant to district right now, or you're going from region to nation right now, it's just a title. Your business continues. So when you earn these trips yearly, they reignite your audience. They get them to see the Arbonne lifestyle. So it's super important for those that are watching you. It's of course awesome for you yourself. It's amazing for your spouses. My husband is a huge Arbonne cheerleader. He always has been. But I can tell you that this one funny story, we were boarding the airplane for Punta Cana in 2012. And I made a silly like, woo, because I'm like full of energy at 6 o'clock in the morning on the airplane. And my husband like laughed and was like, it's too loud. Well, the gentleman beside us thought he was like making a snide comment. And he introduces himself, and it's Philip Nelson, Carlita's husband. And he was like, oh, I was just like, thought you were like not being appreciative that your wife's getting ready to take you to a week of Punta Cana. He was like teasing with him. And before the end of the airplane, Philip and my husband are like best friends. Carlita was like forced into this immediate friendship with me because her husband and my husband were inseparable all week. So I got to sit at the pool with Carlita Nelson and Philip all week long, like we were like besties. And that is amazing. Like my husband came home on this Arbonne high because he'd gotten to see the lifestyle that Philip and Carlita live, and their children were there, and their children love them, and they have this awesome relationship, and they're kind of like my favorite Arbonne family now. But that's what gets to happen when you go on these trips, not just for you, but you know how much we're getting our pictures filled in this business. We're doing the personal growth. We're getting on these calls. We're getting our belief pictures filled constantly. But our spouses, a lot of times, or our family members, our significant others that are cheering us on, they don't get that part. So they get unfortunately, sometimes they get the brunt. They're buying the next thing, or they're watching the kids a little extra. They get the different side. So when you take them on these trips, they're like, whoa, this Arbonne culture is amazing. So it's super exciting to bring them in on that. So now we're going to now you of course are excited. You're like already on like Hard Rock, and you're pulling up the pictures and you're visualizing it. The next thing that we want to do is, and this is kind of where I'm going to put like my tough love hat on. If you have done this, and you don't have to, I'm not going to call you out. You don't have to wave your hand and say you're guilty. But if you have taken the number 85,000 and divided it by 6, or 125,000 right now and divided it by 6, and you've posted on your wall somewhere that that's your goal for the month, and you've broken it down, then I want you to smack your hand, and maybe smack it really hard, because that's an employee mindset. That means you do not know what network marketing is all about. If you don't, then you text your upline leaders and you say, I need to learn a little bit more about what she's talking about here. I'm not going to go into the details and train you on your industry, but that's going to show you a little leak in your pipeline of where your brain is still, and it's totally okay. We're trained to believe that we go to school, we get degrees, and we go work 40, 40, 40, and we're broke and miserable our whole life. Sorry. If you love your 40-hour job, then that's awesome. But I'm just meaning like we're kind of trained in that employee mentality. But Arbonne network marketing has what we call exponential growth. It has a factor of a compound growth that our brains can't work unless you know how to like do those exponent things without a calculator. So if you know how to do that, then you're awesome. You probably know that your goal this month is not whatever 125 divided by 6 is. Because what happens to us as brains employee minions, we typically go 125 divided by 6. I've got to hit 20 something every month for 6 months. And last month they were telling me my goal for district is 6. Like, this is crazy. If I was going to go into qualification for area, it's 10. Like, that's nuts. How am I going to do 26 months in a row? And you're freaking out right now. You're wanting to smile and be on the call and pretend like you're rallying for AIT. But internally, you're going, these people are nuts. I mean, I guess I can't earn level 4. I'm going to have to say goodbye to that $1,000 cash, because 8 divided by 6 is still whatever it is. I don't know, because I don't fall into that column. I don't do that. I know what exponential growth is. Exponential growth is something we can't wrap our brain around. I love numbers, and I'm not even going to try to teach you them. What I'm going to tell you is that if you build a business with people, the QV takes care of itself. You heard Christy share that when she went to her first AIT, she was not even a maintaining area. So that doesn't add up. Well, that's weird. If you were maintaining, 6 times 10 is only 60. How'd you slide into the trip? No, that's not how it works. It is exponential growth, because you're getting to count everything that's going on in your central district for every person that's in your central district, and what goes on in that central district exponentially for the next 6 months. So my big insider tip is find 3 people in your central district that wants to go on the trip. Ding, ding, ding. That's awesome, because guess what? Every penny that you all partner together and earn gets compounded for both of you, and that is your central district. So if you don't know what central district is, you're brand new, it's look left in your column. Or if you're not a district manager, so that just means that what I mean by team reports, there's your left column is your central district. If you're not a manager yet, meaning you don't have your district manager hat, every penny that comes into your business for the next 6 months of yours and every business partner you're sponsoring is yours. Like, that's awesome. Every bit of it counts the trip. If you have promoted to district and you don't have any other districts under you, same exact scenario plays out for you. If you're a district and you've already gotten to hand out a district hat, so you have a district manager on your team, then your businesses are separate. You have your district, she has hers, just like you would bonus. That's what gets counted for your trip. So you probably know the qualifications, so I'm not going to go into all that. I want to skim through my little, okay. So my quick little tips, of course, Christy and them gave you some amazing tools. But what I'm going to tell you to do, and kind of ditto them because I love their sponsoring incentive, I even jotted that down, is that you want to lead with this business. You want to sponsor. And you want to sponsor as if the people that you sponsor are going to not do exactly what they say. And I hate to say that, but I want you to load the bases so that you are, and I really recommend doing it sooner rather than later, so that the people that you load the bases with get the opportunity to get the double December as well. So if you were to fill in a pie chart, I want you to think about your business over the last 90 days. How much of that, in a percentage of 100, did you talk product? How much did you talk business? And some of you are big nutrition fans, so you're going to go, oh, I probably posted a lot of before and afters on my Instagram story. I probably shared a lot about the protein or the apple fizzies when they came out. So I'm probably going to have to say I was 60-40 product business, whatever. Whatever it is, I want to tell you that in this month, it needs to be like 80% business, 20% product. Yes, we have to sell, but do you want to go out and sell 10,000 by yourself, or do you want 10 people selling 1,000 with you? It's that's where the exponential growth kicks in. So you want to lead with this business. You want to become an area manager making machine, because guess what? Unless I have missed something in the new printout, so Christy, correct me if you have seen something differently, you get to count in the years past, if someone goes to district and if someone goes to area, you get both of their promotions, right? That's still the same. Yes. Okay, good. So if you're running with the girl, we all know that somebody can run to area qual this month. So they can go, if they're brand new, they just signed up today, they can go into area qual this month, and then they promote to area after next month or the third month, then you get 2 promotions for that person. And you get all the volume they can continue to do while they're an area manager all the way up until May. So it's like, you think of those scenarios and you play them out, then the volume starts to just go, woo, it starts spinning in. So you want to become an area manager making machine, because then, of course, as you're bringing them in, their central district is all yours as well, even once they promote out, guys. So it's unfathomable. You really truly can't wrap your brain around the numbers. So I'm going to tell you to try not to focus. I love the trackers that you're going to see posted up on social media that'll have a palm tree and they'll show you as the thousands come up. But I really want you to disconnect from the number of QV as much as possible and truly focus on playing full out, leading with this business, building a team, taking full advantage of December. So full advantage means that your goal as a minimum in your central district is going to be 5,000. And I'm honestly going to tell you to try, even if you're an area manager already, shoot to do 10,000 in your central district. When you double those numbers, it just takes the pressure off the next 5 months a little bit. And it just gets you excited. It keeps your energy level high when the double part's gone. So you want to be shooting for, if you're going to, and I'm going to be really real, and this is, I'm at the part of why I'm going to be really real is because you do have to commit to the whatever it takes part. If you're finding yourself like the 5,000 kind of stresses you out, then you need to meet with your upline ASAP, because you've got to wrap your brain around 5,000. If you're not going to commit to doing 5,000 in your central district, the trip is going to be much harder for you to earn. I'm not going to say it's going to be impossible, but it's going to be much harder for you to earn. 5 and put it into double on a good end. I mean, that gives you a 10 jump start on top of all those that you recruit. So it really gets the momentum ball rolling for the next 5 months. So I think, let's see, I said, don't divide it. Take a breath, not a break. Yes, I've got all that. I think I'm good. Is there anything that we chatted about that I didn't mention? Sorry, I get on a tangent. I don't want to go too long.
No, that was amazing. I think that was amazing. I definitely want to touch on, because for all of us seasoned people, we're like, yeah, we understand district, we understand area, we understand like all that stuff. So for newbies, if you're a brand spanking new, if you're 3 months or newer, right? Been in the R-Bonds in the business 3 months or newer, here's what you're going to do. Focus on the business, sponsor a lot of team, build your tribe. They're all going to do nutrition and skincare if they can do both, right? The nutrition, absolutely. Anybody that says no to the business, they're going to do the 30-day, okay? For our sponsoring incentive, you're just going to try to get as many consultants on your team, because every single person this month will get double points. What does that mean? That means if you sell a mascara, it's worth 38 QB. It's worth twice. If you sell a nutrition set, it's 317 QB. It's worth 640 something. 30 something. I don't know. I'm not a math person. But 30 something. But that means for the trip. Okay, let's just break down level 3, and that was 85,000. Easy goal, you guys. If you're brand new and you get 3 people plus you, and remember, we're trying to shoot for at least 4 in the first 2 weeks. But if you get 3 people plus you and you each do a 2,500 block, your central business will end up doing 10,000 QV just on its own. That is area qual. For the trip, it would be 20,000 QV. Y'all catching me? That means you'll be 5,000 away from already earning level 1. If you have you, and then you get 4, so there's 5 of you. So if you get 4, like we're asking you to do, and you do 12,500 between the 5 of you, which breaks down to about 2,500 each, which is 8 orders, that's not a lot, then you will actually earn level 1 in December. That's how you break it down, you guys. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. If it does not make sense, please talk to your sponsor. But guess what? If you earn level 1 in December, in January, if you're brand new, you can earn level 2. That means by March, you can earn level 3. That means by April, you can earn level 4. You will be going to Punta Cana with a massive team, definitely an area, if not a region by then, or in fall, with $1,000 cash in your pocket, with a free trip for you and your family, with a $1,500 resort credit, so you can spa yourself out while you're there, and you'll be walking the stage as a brand new regional vice president in Vegas. Am I right or am I right? Good? Okay. All right, Casie, I don't know if you have a lot of time, but here's the thing, you guys. Do you have any questions? I do want to open up for a couple little questions, but if I were you, I would massively focus on getting new consultants right now. I will post in our team little group a text that I'm going to be texting out. I will post it as soon as we get off the call. You can send it out to 1 million people. Whoever you want, as many people as you send it out to, that's how big your team's going to be. So if you send it out to 40, there might be 4 people saying, I want to check it out, and 1 person joined. I don't really know, whatever your numbers are, but send it out to as many people as you can. Okay, questions.
I did have one. While you're thinking about questions, I did have
anybody have any questions? Yeah.
I have one last thing that I jotted down, that your homework, because I do every time I get on a call, I love to give homework. So you've got 24 hours to get off 0. That's our December 1 tactic, get off 0. So that means the number on your stats has to change and your sponsoring number has to change in 24 hours. It can be a PC, it can be a consultant, it can be a chapstick, but you have to get off 0 in 24 hours. Maybe some of you have already done that, but get off 0 immediately. So that was my last little thing that I've jotted down that I didn't share. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
I love it. That was amazing. Okay.
Yay.
All right, you guys. We only have her. What time is it? It's already 9:38. So let's give her 2 more minutes. Any questions, please either type them or unmute yourself. Who's going to Punta Cana? If you are, write it in the comments. I'm going. David's going. Quinn's going. Kendall's going.
Yay.
Natasha's going. Melissa's going.
Where's Kiara? Kiara? Sorry, where's Kiara? Kiara's going because she just got to go and she's ready to go back, right?
Lauren.
Where is she? Isn't she on here somewhere?
Lauren, yes. Lauren's going. Sarah's going. I love it. Bonnie's going with Sarah. Yes, I love it.
Hey, Lauren Berdorf, I see you.
So proud of all you guys. All right, girls.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having me.
Newlyweds, Hillary and her. Yes, thank you so much. That was absolutely amazing. So here's the thing, you guys. Go to the source right now. Print off the qualification so that you know what it is. Go ahead and start texting out. Get off 0 in the next 24 hours. Start texting 1 million people or calling 1 million people about the business. Work on busting out the business. Again, like Sarah said, don't worry that people are like, oh, I'll talk to you I'll talk to you later because I have Christmas. Give them the vision of what is possible, because they get double points too if they go right now. They have the full month to get double points too. So you want to get on it quick. Okay. Love you all. Have an amazing day. Thank you. You're the best. Bye, guys.
Bye.